Making power is yet one variable in going quick. The more elite class of execution, involved by the uber-yield Germans, enormous built Corvettes and Hellcats, and, obviously, Italian exotica, now relies upon programmed transmissions, dispatch control, track-reproduced tires, and regularly all-wheel drive to produce stunning execution. That same marvel is simply starting to play out in our dearest hot bring-forth fragment, an initial step on the industrial facility speedster stepping stool onto which go quick innovation gradually yet most likely streams. With the spiciest hatchbacks making around 300 pull, the significant players have swung to all-wheel drive to give some alleviation to the front tires. In our May 2016 issue, the Ford Focus RS guaranteed the belt by vanquishing the Volkswagen Golf R and the Subaru WRX STI. Approved, the Subaru isn't a bring-forth, yet it ought to be one. Honda, in any case, still observes justify in the first front-wheel drive equation. The organization's new Civic Type R, imported to the U.S. without precedent for the nameplate's 20-year history, recommends that lighter weight and a lower cost are sufficient to counterbalance the straight-line footing preferred standpoint of all-wheel drive. To check whether that idea has justified, we've set the Type R against the authoritative champion a clash of turbocharged 4-barrel hatchbacks. The Honda's 2.0-liter produces 306 to work to the 2.3-liter Ford's 350. The single-spec Type R goes for $34,775. Its gear list incorporates satellite radio, a closeness key, and double-zone atmosphere control. Route, sound, and some atmosphere controls gone through a standard 7-inch touchscreen, while the main transmission, a 6-speed manual, keeps the turbocharged Type R fastened to the simple world. Honda's Type R sticks to the more straightforward, unique caught-incubate equation with only one present-day help, a rev coordinating calculation that will blip the throttle on downshifts. We want to turn it off for the test and fulfillment of foot-sole area and toe downshifting. Passage's Focus RS will soon end its 3-year creation, keep running with 1,500 extraordinary released 2018 models that include a restricted slip front differential and a dark rooftop among other restorative changes. Our analyzer isn't that auto. Rather, we have a $36,995 Focus RS with a $2,785 RS2 bundle, which includes warmed seats, a warmed directing wheel, a powered driver's seat, and route. RS purchasers can likewise burn through $1,990 on Michelin and Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires that are best saved for track utilize. Our Comporo contender is shod with the standard road agreeable Michelin Pilot Super Sport Elastic. We migrated to Pennsylvania's Allegheny National Forest, due north of the Westmoreland manufacturing plant where Volkswagen started the hot incubate development 34 years back by building the principal GTIs for the United States, to pick a champ, and afterward attempted to do precisely that. There can be no attract a car and driver correlation test. To the editors who said something regarding this specific go head-to-head, this unwritten lead now appears as discretionary and unreasonable as the one that says we can't carry pet parakeets into the workplace. Since after we crunched the test numbers, cast our tickets, and beat the fuel tanks for the last time, the scorecard demonstrated a dead warm, a conclusion that fittingly caught our liking for the two autos. Passage's Focus RS rides to close triumph on the quality of its 350 horsepower inline 4. The 2.3-liter is a balance of boisterousness and clean, a 4-pot Ric Flair. Despite the fact that to work crests at a moderately high 3,200 revolutions per minute, the Focus lands at its 350 pound-to-foot level on an unfaltering swell as opposed of the line march and surge that is regular with high-yield helped 4 chambers. This steroidal Focus dispatches from its 6,700 revolution per minute fuel cut-off with effortless grip engagement and a light thrill of the front tires, bringing about a 4.5-second 0 to 60 slingshot. On overwhelm, the motor sounds like Satan's own popcorn creator. Furthermore, as confirmation that Honda's resurgence isn't yet entire, the Ford has the additionally fulfilling shifter with smooth motions. The heftier grip gives better feel to the grinding point, as well. Can't stomach the Type R's kid racer filigree yet don't need an auto very as downplayed as the Golf R? The effective Focus RS is the hot bring forth for you. You don't purchase an all-wheel drive auto for its capacity to float, and the Focus RS is no special case. Float mode just makes passing suggestions at managed car obliterating slides. The RS's torque vectoring back differential helps the 3,465 pound-for jump into corners with a fun-loving enthusiasm. The Focus 0.99 grams of parallel stick and 160-foot halting separation can coordinate the Civic's execution, however the exactness in the Ford's controls and the total surrender the auto welcomes make each squiggle of asphalt similarly as exceptional. You pilot the Focus from a tall and upright seating position like a crossover's, and from this boost, you're very much aware that both the Focus rooftop and its focal point of gravity sit generously higher than the Type R's. The cozy Recaro containers, excessively cozy for a few, are perpetually steady with enough flexibility for throughout-the-day comfort. Profound patterns on the posterior of those front seats make for respectable backleg room and an auto with a 2-inch shorter wheelbase than the Civics, and the Focus conveys more back headroom than the Honda. We've whined about the hecticness of the sound and atmosphere controls in earlier Focus RS tests, however that is a feign. We joyfully turn plywood handles on the off chance that it implied less controls move to touchscreens. Contrasted and the Honda, the Focus offers more material controls for the vital capacities. The Focus RS just met its annihilation on the 5-hour drive from Pennsylvania to our Michigan home office. Compelled to pick a champ, we docked the RS another point for its soul-sapping ride. Firmly sprung, the auto pogos over extension joints, influencing backs to wiggle like bee containers and heads weave like shabby ball game giveaways. Topping the finish of the turn flag stock actuates a stiffer damper setting that lone harshens the officially unpleasant drive. Driving a Focus RS is an endless gathering. Perhaps we're getting old, however we don't know we could do it consistently. Try not to translate the 1-point spread in this correlation test to imply that the Focus RS and the Civic Type R are comparative. They're definitely not. These two autos touch base at hot bring forth significance by various streets. While the Ford controls in on the benefits of its motor, the Honda owes its win to its frame. Simply take a gander at the numbers. The Civic Type R pulled itself to a prevent from 70 miles per hour in 146 feet and adhered to the skid pad at 1.03 grams. A negligibly option-stick move Porsche 911, a $96,650 Porsche 911, marshals 1.00 grams and stops in 145 feet. Expanding on the skill of the 10th era Civic skeleton and the potential prodded with the Civic C, the Type R finishes the bundle with the full 306 horsepower made of Honda's new turbocharged 2.0-liter inline 4. This is a shockingly speedy front-wheel drive vehicle when tossed down a testing street. No other automaker offers an auto like it. That the Type R, on its sticky 30 arrangement tires, clears our case tests is no huge shock. That it likewise rides substantially more easily than the Ford is noteworthy. In a straight line, our Comparo auto broke 5.2 seconds to 60 miles per hour and 13.9 seconds through the quarter mile. We hit 4.9 seconds and 13.5 seconds, separately, with the main Type R we drive. That auto, however, was additionally very nearly an entire second speedier in both of its best rigging finishing tests, proposing it might have been pressing more horses. The Type R drives its 295 pound-feet of torque through a helical-restricted slip differential and Continental Sport Contact 6 summer tires that convey resolute footing at a cost. Substitutions cost $321 each and the Type R's window sticker cautions that they may destroy in under 10,000 miles. Honda's footing control can be somewhat awkward, maybe in light of the tire's capacity. The framework preemptively cuts control whenever the auto gets slight finished a peak. Obviously, in the event that you kill the electronic minders, no front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive auto will be as cleverly fun as a back driver when you manhandle the correct pedal. While still discernible, torque steer is all around damp on account of a strut-type front end that isolates controlling and suspension geometry, like Ford's Revo knuckle in the earlier age, and not for U.S.Feel, front-wheel drive Focus RS. The directing weights up flawlessly, a touch lighter than the advanced Fords, and the brake pedal's activity coordinates the quickness of the folios. In the wake of flagellating the Focus, and the Focus slashing us back, we generally discovered welcome alleviation for compacted spines in the Type R's agreeable ride. The Type R's defects are plain to see for anybody beyond 19 years old. The creators seem to have drawn motivation from fly swatters, anime hairdos, and suspicious developments. What's more, the inside group probably utilized their year's assignment of red Sharpies shading the seats and the lower half of the directing wheel, since they everything except halted at the B column, dressing the back just with careless red sewing and belts. On the upside, think about all the cash you'll spare when you can't locate a more conspicuous fiberglass body pack for your Honda. Indeed, even the Honda's plastic motor cover is flashier than the Ford's. However, by one means or another, the Type R's protuberance makes fundamentally less pull. This being a Honda, even this most blazing Civic could sensibly pull to full obligation as a family auto. The Type R conveys the legroom of an average-sized auto and, in light of the fact that it's 2.1 inches more extensive than the Focus RS, the back seats feel fundamentally more breezy. That sensation is helped by Honda's puzzling choice to expel the center safety belt from all Type Rs and place shallow cup holders where the fifth traveler's butt regularly goes. Notwithstanding the slanting trapdoor eating into payload space, the Civic offers more load limit than the Focus.